So go to Radtel downloads, the link's in the description. Scroll down until you see the words RT4D. And Radtel's download section is just excellent. There's so much here. It's very hard to keep up, really. Go to the very bottom one, which is for the CPS, the programming software, ends 31. Click download, and then we've got the firmware, and I've just gone to the very bottom one, which looks newer than the one I've got, ends 21, and I've clicked that, and they've gone to my downloads folder just here. Then we'll do one at a time. So first of all, CPS, just double click it. You get the red window up here. Click more info and then run, and the software just appears literally. Then you've got your cable connected. Okay, sorry, my radio was in the way there. Anyway, you got the cable connected, and go to port and put the COM number in. You get that by going to Windows and going right click, device manager. This window opens. And then you go scroll down until you see ports, double click down, look for it, and it's, ignore most of it. It's the one that here that says USB to serial COM2 on mine. So we know it's COM2, we click yes, and then we just go read. Now I've got some, you'll see it's reading there. I've got some saved files on mine from my other DMR radio, because the thing about DMR and these type of radios, they are very hard to learn. And when I say hard, I don't mean hard because you have to be clever. I mean hard because you have to work hard to learn how to use DMR radios. It's not like a normal ham radio or a CB. Put in the frequency with a ham, you put your shift, your tone, and you're on the repeater. It's not like that with DMR. It's, if you use the repeater part, that's not too bad, you know, for analog. But as soon as you go down the road of DMR, you've got to learn about talk groups, time slots, color codes, all that kind of stuff, hotspots. You'll open up a massive world of learning. And it's not that it's not rewarding once you've done it, but it's hard work. It's literally that simple. There's no easy. There's no such thing as easy. And I know a lot of people send out messages, can you do this for me? Can you help me do this? But in the end, you are going to have to help yourself. You'll get pointers, but you are going to have to put the work in yourself, unfortunately. So anyway, it's reading now. And then I'll just quickly show you what to look at just briefly, because I've made very detailed videos on this already. If we look at channel here, now when it comes to a normal channel, so if we double click the top one, so there's no channels in here at the moment, so we'll just click the right arrows here, and you just need to make sure the bottom is showing, so we can put in the free. If I put in my hotspot 431.550, so 431.550. It's simplex, so it's the same, 431.550, and we're digital because it's DMR, and we'll call it hotspot. It's been a while since I've used this radio because I've been doing so much with the other one. Then down here, talk group list, none at the moment. Contact number, are there any contacts in there? That's actually your talk group number, so there's none in here at the moment. And I've got files that are made up already, but if we just go group core here, contact A, which is the name, I'll call it worldwide, and then 91 for now. That gives us a talk group that we can use in the channel. This is what I mean by the learning process. DMR time slot, I'll leave it as 2. DMR slot, do I use it? I'm pretty sure I use dual slot, but I am guessing a bit. Channel ID, we're only going to find, is that going to be our, let me think now, that'll be our DMR number, color code. Color code 1. Now, timeout, promiscuous mode. I didn't know how promiscuous mode. I'm going to turn it on, why not? And then we're looking for ID, so we've got to go back to our main settings here. Radio name and personal ID, there it is there. So we're going to have to change that to 2341437. The radio name doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put M0FXB there. Forget all the password stuff. Power on, you could do images, but they are black and white, of course. That's just settings like your brightness, all that kind of stuff. Beeping, and if you want it to show frequency mode, channel mode, or frequency, or name, which is what alias means. And then any channel you create does need to go into a zone. So automatically there's some channels in this zone already. So the one I've just named, hotspot, is already in there. And yes, you can name your zones. And in each zone you can put, looking at it, so I'm seeing 17 channels there. So I'm just going to put my hotspots. There you go. And I could add, you know, I could say go back to channel 2. Quickly put in my I've got an open spot which is on 433,900. I can quickly put that in. Digital. And I can put open spot. I tend to put that on talk group 9. So you go back to the contacts. Contacts are what you're going to transmit on. So we go talk group, and 9 is called local. Now, if you're familiar with DMR, this is all going to be, you know, you're going to know what I'm on about. I'll just change that. No, it's not letting me change the first one. So there you are. So we've got 9 in there. Back to that channel. And we're going to call it open spot. Okay, and again, we've got to choose 9 contacts. So when you transmit, it will transmit on talk group 9. Color code, definitely need to have that on 1, although I'm not sure with open spot if it matters. Slot 2, timeout, it's off anyway. Promiscuous mode, I'll leave it off for now. Allow TX, channel ID. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's under radio ID, isn't it? Channel ID number 1. So, contact. Let's do in the channel. We'll just quickly put my hubnet node in there. So we've got 434.550. 434.550. And that's analog. So now you can start doing your normal channels, okay? Just put the what goes there. And then this will be hubnet. And if you want a repeater, go to the next channel. We go 430.925. 438.545. Oh, 5 there. And this is analog, so it's GB3FI, that is. Of course, if you borrow a code plug off someone, you ain't going to need to do what sorry. Transmit CT CSS is 77. Don't need it on receive, so I think that's about right. Timeout is off. So we've got 4 channels in there. If we go right to the radio, then it writes. Give that a minute. And the other thing I remember is you need to put those channels into a zone. So yeah, they've all gone into my hotspot zone anyway. So that's fine. So when we turn on the radio, just come on and we press, let's unplug this. And then we'll have a go at the firmware after. Go into channel mode. Channel. If we go down, we should see 4, 3, 2, those channels. I'm not seeing them there. I wonder what zone we're in. That could be the probe alarm. Right, I've loaded it from my other radio because I wanted to just double check on the hotspot what I put here. So the talk group list, I named M0FXB. Dual slot is selected as off. Yeah, contact number, encryption, radio ID is selected here. Slot 2, color code 1. You do need to remember to put your channels into zones, otherwise you're not going to find them. And the config, go into the settings. Look, the personal ID 234147, radio name M0FXB. So just wanted to get that clear. So what we're going to do now is open up the firmware. Cable's still connected. We go to download, upgrade here. Double click. Upgrade the chip. We'll just do the firmware for now. Go more like last time. Run anyway. The firmware is sort of built into the software. You can see it's version 21. So you put in the COM 11. We need to get it into firmware mode. So you turn it off. Hold down PTT and turn on. We're in firmware mode. And I think that's it. Click upgrade. I might also do both of mine while I'm here. That's going in already. And we'll have a look at, if there is a change log, we will have a quick look, because this is a newer firmware to what my radio has got, which is just here. Now, I recommend that you turn off all your hotspots, and you don't want to be receiving anything when this is going on, really, in my opinion. I just feel like it's better not to. That's that one done. Version 21. Now, if your CPS isn't showing, I'll show it at the top in a minute. If it's not showing the address book, you've got an old CPS. You want to get the newer one. That's the programming software, not the firmware. Right, that's both of them upgraded. And I'll look at the change. There's it upgrade log. So it says added promiscuous mode. Well, I don't know why I thought that was already there, but you saw that that selection is in the CPS for each channel when enabled. Added channel ID feature for each channel. Okay, choose to use either device ID or channel ID. Wonder how that helps. Added multiple. There it goes there, you can hear it. Hopefully you can hear that. Added tones. Updated memory driver for some flash chips. There was a flash chip thing, wasn't there? Added single sideband. Expanded digital UHF to 520. Updated the sub-audio display on the main screen for analog channels. Changed displaying the CT/CSS, yeah. Hold the 0 key while powering on. The radio will restore the programmed data. The function can be used to recover data in case of lost, indicated by both the red and the green lights. But otherwise, you know, if we look here, let's bring this up like so. I'll put this one here for now. Leave that right over there. I'll go over. It's a really nice set. And don't forget, we're in hotspot mode. 3, 4. But we can very quickly. That's my HubNet node. Let's see if I can log in. It's got that's analog, not digital, although it's using a node that's in my room here. Let's call through. M0FXB calling for a contact. That's my node. It's acknowledging that I've made it. Highly recommend you get a node, d7rpg@hotmail.com. And if I grab my other, so we got digital at the same time as analog, 2 radios. Oh, thanks for the comeback. Thought I'd just quickly call through on my Radtel RT4D. Just updated the firmware on it, so I thought I'd call through. How am I sounding? Everything okay? Any Roger beeps in the background? Back to you. Sometimes the Roger beeps on, I don't even know. Look how bassy that is. And then in the background, you can see, look. GW5 TEE. Oh, well, thanks for that. So no, I literally just done it, and I tend to forget to turn off the Roger beeps, but it's not like it's a big deal, but some people don't like it. But this thing's tiny. So it does VHF, UHF, DMR. It also will TX 4 meters and 6 meters. And it's tiny. It's like as small as a UV5R, so it's great fun. So thanks for the audio check, and you're sounding very clear as well. Back to you. Can't beat a Conchang. 7-3, all the best.